for a little bit. I'm gonna miss this beat. Super Cali's on the live. All right, let's see what we got here. What is good? What is good? What is good, family? It's another Monday. It's time for How It All Works. Time for How It All Works. And I'm excited tonight, y'all. Excited because we have my good friend Sylvia and Andrew Nixon on the live with us. I can see them in the background. They're chilling. They're ready to go. So we're excited, man. Make sure you are sharing. Listen, fam. You're going to want to hear this story tonight. You're going to want to hear this story tonight. I've had them on the Midweek Huddle. We've had them on a couple other platforms, a couple other shows, but I think this is the first time we're having them on the actual, our flagship show. So some of you guys might be familiar with them, especially those that are in the ECAM community, in the ECAM family. But man, listen, I'm excited to have them on tonight, especially during Black History Month. Come on, rep your, my black, your black. We, rep it. Where y'all at? What you got? I see your comments out there, and I'm hoping you guys are sharing. 14 of you guys on the live tonight already. Make sure you tag somebody in the comments. Let us know what's going on. Listen, I know that people are watching on some of these other platforms. I can see it. I'm looking at it right now. I can see the breakdown. I know some people are watching on other platforms. So if you're watching on Facebook or in LinkedIn or wherever you might be watching from, come on and put something in the chat. We want to hear from you. We want to make sure we engage with you guys as well. But listen, with that said, let's get into the news. We got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get into the news.
Your number one source for live video news.
All right, the news. Here we go with the news. Man. StreamYard adds headlines feature. Now, this is my latest video on the YouTube channel. So if you're not, plugged in, subscribed here on this channel, youtube.com/Kirk R. Nugent, Kirk R. Nugent. Just want to make sure you guys are putting that R in there, but make sure you subscribe because you're going to get some of these types of updates. And this one is an interesting video right here. So definitely check it out because I'm talking about, the feature itself, but the fact that several other platforms have had this feature for a long time. They just call it headlines, but we all know what it is. So definitely check out the video. Sylvia Nixon is in the chat, says, hey friends, I see you out there. Super Calidis is in the chat as well. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. We love it. Kerwin is watching from Cali tonight. Kerwin, man, I see you, sir. You're watching from Cali tonight. Okay. Who else is in there? Gary Jones is in the chat. I see you out there. Seesaw says he likes my shirt. Thank you so much for that comment, Seesaw Studios. We appreciate that, sir. Definitely appreciate that. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else we have in the news? Man, a couple months back, we had Taina Nixon on the live with us. Yes. Thank you, Gary. We had Taina Nixon on the live with us, and we've talked about how to build an authentic brand, but she also shared with us the 3 C's of confidence. The 3 C's of confidence. And so this is one of our latest podcast episodes, and I want to make sure you guys get a chance to check it out. HowItAllWorks.com is going to have all the different things that you need. HowItAllWorks.com is going to have tonight's episode, our live show that's happening right now. It's going to have my latest YouTube video, which is what we just showcased a second ago. And it is going to also have our latest videos or whatever we're doing on Amazon Live. And then it's going to also have our latest podcast episode, which is this with Taina Nixon. And it is phenomenal. Trust me, you want to go check that thing out. I actually listened to it over again and took more notes. I mean, it's just amazing. The type of information that was able to be shared in that space. So awesome what's happening there. All right, so some news items. PTZ Optics, put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with PTZ Optics, okay? PTZ Optics is a company that sells pan, tilt, zoom cameras, right? So I actually have one right behind me, right here. But pan, tilt, zoom cameras are very, very popular in meeting spaces. They're very popular. Seesaw Studios put a 1 in the chat. They're very popular in church spaces. event spaces, especially if you have a smaller crew or you have the need to really set up a camera and then control it remotely. PTZ cameras are really good for that. And PTZ Optics is one of those names in that space that's doing some great work. So heretofore, Optics was really just, they would just make the cameras. They didn't do overlays and all that other good stuff, but they've partnered with a company called Nublu. And Nublu is a company that basically just does overlays. And so you can actually, if you have a PTZ Optics account, you can get Nublu now and use that for your live streams. Come on, somebody's brain is churning right now. Like, wait a minute, I have PTZ Optics. Yeah, you need to be aware of that. Thank you for that. Oh, Gary Jones went over to LinkedIn and put a comment over there. My guy, Gary Jones, on it tonight, y'all. He is on it. Thank you so much, Gary Jones. But yeah, PTZ Optics is doing the things, man. So they've partnered with Nublu, and this is what I love about this space. It's up, it's coming, it's cutting edge. You cannot stand still in this space. Everybody's coming to the table with new features. And if you think, yesterday's king of the heap is still the king of the heap today, check again, okay? Because these guys are coming with some new and innovative things, basically adding on to that value proposition. For those that are already PTZ Optics subscribers or users, you are now going to have Nublu, and that's a whole thing. Yeah. Seesaw Studio says, light bulb went off immediately. Yeah, because you could do overlays. Like the picture that's on the screen right next to me up top here, that is a PTZ Optics camera in use at a graduation, and they're putting an overlay on the screen live. That is dope. Okay, so PTZ Optics partnering with Nublu. I always like to share some social media news as well. And while I may not be a TikToker, but TikTok has introduced more ways to boost organic content. And it's with a feature they're calling Promote. Now, I want to be on it. I want to be clear with you guys. If you understand how TikTok works, their organic content, as in for the ability to gain followers organically on that platform, probably exceeds every other platform that's out there. And they're looking to boost it. But this feature called Promote is like where you can take old TikToks and turn them into advertisements and then have that traffic come back to your platform. So not to necessarily to the advertising platform, but to your platform, and allow those users to, consume more content, consume more videos, and just kind of build up your followership, build up your base. Absolutely new, definitely good things to come for those that are in that TikTok space. So I want to make sure you guys get a chance to see that. Next thing on the list, I don't know if you're familiar with this platform called Vise, or is it Vise or Visme? I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, but Visme is a platform that has partnered with GitHub. I have my notes here, but that thing is really too small for me to even read it. Not the notes, the thing that's on the screen. That's how you know you're getting up in age, right? But anyway, Visme is an all-in-one visual content creation, collaboration, and sharing platform. And now imagine content creation, collaboration, and sharing all in one platform. So that's what Visme is. And there's 17 million users globally, right? And it is now a featured partner for GitHub, right? Featured partner, not only for GitHub, but to be specific, it's a featured partner for GitHub's student developer pack. So this is something to watch out for. One of the things I always do when I'm kind of forecasting and trying to understand what are some of the spaces I need to be following, I look to what the next generation is already doing. I look to the platforms that are actually going into education, because like Apple went after education first. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It was a long time ago, but they went after education, and then those kids grew up. And they went to work and they found Windows machines, and those Windows machines didn't work the way that they worked. And so they were like, nah, I need an Apple. I need a MacBook. And now, MacBook has really kind of eclipsed some of the things. Windows is still very much a standard desktop machine that you would find in most corporations, organizations across the world. But those kids grow up and whatever it is they were used to using, whatever they were able to get the job done with back in the day, that's what they want when they grow up. And so this is what I'm keeping an eye on this space. Very interested to see what will happen there. Just kind of giving you guys some hacks. I hope that you're tracking with me. Next thing in the news, again, this is like the buzzword of all buzzwords, ChatGPT. I have been delaying talking about it because I wanted to come at it from an angle that made sense from a content creator perspective. But listen, ChatGPT is, okay, AI content is generating all kinds of different things for content creators, for search engine optimization, for blog posts that have all the different tag words in it. Even the way that you write your scripts. I don't know what you guys do for your videos, but for my videos, I script them, and ChatGPT is coming through clutch on all of the above. Now, some of the headlines that are out there: AI content generation won't replace humans. This is the perspective that I wanted to share with you guys. It will make them more powerful, but it will only make them those more powerful who choose to use it. It's the same thing like Canva. When Canva dropped, everybody was like, oh shoot, Canva's going to replace the entire graphic design world. No, it didn't. It just made graphic designers more powerful. It made those who decided to use Canva that much more creative, because you took some of that guesswork out of the picture. But if you aren't going to learn how to interface with platforms like ChatGPT and Canva and others, because multiple AI platforms, this is going to be the thing. All right. So I wanted to make sure we get a chance to chat with you guys about that a little bit, even as we landing our plane with this final item. I wanted to throw something hardware wise in there. And for anybody that's going to be at, what's the term? NAB, National Association of Broadcasters. This is going to be on the floor at NAB. They've already put out what their booth number is going to be and all that stuff. It's a company called 4A, and they've built a fully NDI compatible live production ecosystem. What? Like, live production just is taking off, y'all. Fully live production compatible ecosystem. Crazy. I am excited about this. I'm excited about what this means I use NDI regularly. I'm hoping that you guys are familiar with NDI, network device interface. It's how I bring my phone into to Ecamm when I'm ready to show my phone. I just bring up the NDI camera on there and it automatically connects. It's a beautiful thing. So definitely want to make sure you guys get a chance to see that, hear that, and engage with it. And we'll chat about that a little bit further. But next up, we want to bring our guests on screen, and we're excited that we've got Andrew and Sylvia Nixon from Press and Sew coming through to hang out with us tonight. Let's get it.
How it all works. Let's welcome our guest.
Here we go. I'm so excited. Excited to have. This is so cool. Man. What's going on, family? Andrew and Sylvia, what's going on with you?
Kurt,
wow.
Everything. What's not going on?
Oh my gosh. Hello, Kurt. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
How it all works, family.
Come on. Listen, Gary Jones says, welcome Nixons. Darius O'Kane is in the chat. He says, good evening, HIW family. What's going on? Ross Jones says, this info is so good. Loving this. Thanks. All right, Ross Jones, I appreciate you, sir. Listen, this is what happens every time when we get the news, man. We get the news. The news is always that piece it can sometimes derail the entire conversation just because of what's in the headlines. But listen, I am so glad that we have you guys on right now, and this is going to be a phenomenal conversation. For those that don't know who you guys are, I'm throwing our first question up already. But for those who don't know who you are, now I know there are many that do, but for those that don't know who you are, I do want you to take a second just to kind of tell the viewers a little bit about Andrew and Sylvia, right? Some of your story. Doesn't necessarily have to do with content creation or any of the other things, just kind of a little bit about you, and what a typical week looks like for Andrew and Sylvia. I see your eyes getting big. What does a typical week look like? Yeah, no, but so first tell us a little bit about you and then tell us what the typical week looks like. Go ahead.
So we are
Oh, do we have a light go out? Yeah.
Oh, our light just went out. So sorry about that, y'all. We are the Nixons. We're gonna keep on going,
Oh,
okay?
we're gonna keep on rolling. We're gonna keep on rolling.
We're gonna keep on rolling. So we, like I said, we are the Nixons, and Angel and I have known each other since we were 12 years old. And so we have a lot of history, love, but most of all, we have friendship together. And and so we, we have, I mean, weathered storms
Come
together
on, talk about it.
and pushed through challenges, but most of all, we have enjoyed every moment of it.
So all that to say, she had me chasing her for that long, y'all, and I won at the end of
Thank
the day.
you.
I won.
Listen.
I won.
To the
He
victor,
did.
man.
So the message in that story is don't give up, right? Don't give up because what God has for you is for you.
That's right.
I'm done.
Yes, that's right.
You know I'm about to take off and do a lap.
right.
What
right.
God has for you, somebody receive that tonight.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So tell us a little bit about what a typical week looks like, man.
So we are, let me just share this. We've been married almost 18 years.
Oh man.
And we have one daughter. Her name is Chloe.
We gotta cheer for 18 years. No, hold on now. Hold on.
Making it.
18 years.
18 years, and we still like each other.
Yeah.
Come on. Listen.
That is the key. We
friendship
yeah,
is key. God, number one, but friendship is key.
Critical.
And that gets you through it all.
Yeah. And so we have a daughter, Chloe, and Chloe is in dance. And so she goes to performing arts school, and she's also in dance 4 days a week.
Yeah. So
And
she dances competitively with the group.
Yeah. And so a typical week, we own our own business. For those that don't know, we have our own business. It's called Press and Sew.
Correct.
And we do all things custom design and promotional products. And so that is, if you need any branding of any kind, and I guess we'll talk about that later, but we own our own company, and so we work long hours. long hours, people.
And I've been known to talk about work in my sleep. Likewise her. So we even in our sleep we're getting meetings done, we're getting things done.
Yeah.
Oh my.
While we're in our sleep. But our business has definitely morphed and shaped from the beginning of time till now. As the needs grow, as we learn more, as we educate ourselves, as we challenge ourselves to do more things, we just continue to morph. So to say that we're in one pocket or one bucket is I wouldn't be telling the truth. So we're definitely, but definitely our main thing is helping you get your vision to real life, and just helping you with your branding and any of your needs in that area.
Yeah.
I love that. Definitely. You guys. So I put the website up just for a second. Let me go back to the website real quick. I want you guys to see something real quick. We're gonna go on with that logo looks familiar. Seesaw Studio says we're gonna go on with what we came to talk about. But I wanted to just drop this in right here because there's 22 people on the live, and I want them to know something is coming. We're gonna do a giveaway tonight, y'all. Hey. Announcement. We are going to do a giveaway tonight of some gear, right? You can see it on the screen next to us. We're going to do a giveaway tonight of some gear. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that, even as we get ready to dive back into some of our conversation. Because, man, listen, we got a lot of ground to cover. That was phenomenal. So you guys get a chance to hear what a week sounds like in their lives. pressandsew.com. Definitely something for you guys to check out. I'm so glad my moderators are putting that in the chat. Excited for that. But there's all kinds of nuggets of wisdom that they've already shared with us in terms of just their story, just a little bit of their backstory.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff. I can see some people in the comments already resonating that. Seesaw Studio says, I like that. Friendship and love. And I'll tell you, there's, the truth of the matter is what they don't tell you is you can love and still not like.
Come on. That's why,
the truth.
and that's why I said we like each other.
Yeah. Like each other is what they said.
Like
and I think
other.
that's phenomenal. And that's something that we can tell is intentional. Not just that you're putting your time and effort, energy into your business. You're putting time, effort, energy into your union, into your friendship, into your marriage. And that's from my opinion, that's absolutely awesome. Yeah. Man, let me say this. This is our second question. Another crowd favorite for the How It All Works audience. How did you both get started? Right now we're talking about content creation, and we're going to dive into some other pieces of content creation in a second. But just as we set this thing up, share with us anything that in terms of how you got started. I don't know where you. I know there are some non-traditional definitions of content creators. Let me say it that way. Yeah. Right, and so what I'm hoping the audience can do is expand their minds to think about content creators in the broader sense. So we're going to throw that question to you guys in a second. But for you two, how did you get started? What's your creator origin story? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I'll start with the fact that, I started a community personally. Andrew and I, a couple of years ago, we had a nonprofit, where we ministered to the homeless. And so I don't think a lot of people know, people that know us now don't know this. And so we would go to the homeless shelter and we would have outreaches. And so that kind of stirred the social media heart.
And it actually started with the women's side of it. So
right.
I was just there, support, travel, moving things, security, all that good stuff. And and when the men in that same space, as far as at the homeless shelter, when they caught on to what was happening for the women, they made a demand, not in a negative way, but like, hey, what about us?
What about us? Right.
And I love how that was birthed. It just happened organically. So now we were at tandem. While she was taking care of the women, I was taking care of the men. Some of the things we've done, I know for the men, we brought in barbers. Give these guys haircuts. We would feed them, and then also give them an encouraging word. Not preaching at them, but just giving them some encouraging word, because in that space they needed encouragement. So that's what we would do for both the men and women. So we did that for several years.
Yeah, and so that started our journey with social media, because we had to create videos, go live to get the support from the community. And I tell you, just us showing up from the social stance allowed us to be able to fulfill everything needed for every outreach. So whatever initiative we were having, we reached out to the community. And there's no way, even in the four walls, you can't do it. You can't get it all.
Right.
No.
And so we were able to use the avenue and the arm of social media in order to be able to service the homeless community.
Absolutely
and so
awesome.
That's kind of, that was our start of it. And I remember, Andrew, you used to edit the videos in
Come on.
iMovie. Oh my gosh, yeah.
He used to edit the videos in iMovie. And we were like, we thought that we had hit the top. We were like, man, this is amazing.
I love that.
Tripod. I think one time, instead of getting a tripod, I think I taped my phone to a chair.
Yes.
No.
And the chair was there,
we didn't have camera or anything of that nature. We just had a chair, a laptop, and some tape.
We got to rig it.
Right.
That is awesome.
Lighting was all bad, but like the message is what mattered. And
and the message
that's real.
Come
That's
through.
real.
And we used what we had at the time. And so that kind of started the social media journey. And then from there, I started going live in my personal group,
Mhm.
and I went live every morning to pray with people
Oh
from
wow.
all across the world. And so I did that for a solid 2 years,
every morning.
every morning.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
every
Talk about
morning. And so
consistency. Talk about, I mean, wow. And so you had a community group.
I
What
still
was
do. Yeah.
okay, you still do. And what's the topic, or what's the, focal point of the group?
Yeah, so the focal point, it was I just changed the name about maybe 8 months ago.
Mhm.
It was the Well Prayer Group.
Okay.
And our focus was anyone that comes to this group, they will have a well experience.
Mm.
Because the woman at the well, when she came to the
Oh,
well,
that's
she met Jesus, and
mercy.
that was a whole experience for her. It changed her life. And
Mm.
so that was the focus, is that everyone that came would experience Jesus in some way
Encounter him in that.
and encounter him in some way. And
Mm.
so about 8 months ago, the Lord really pressed on my heart that it was time to make that switch. And so I changed the name to Fierce and Strong. And
Okay.
so
Okay. Okay.
now the group is still, you come and you're going to have an experience if your heart is open and ready. That is the only
Mm.
way that you can have it.
I
And
like this.
so definitely not a place for you to be a spectator. It's a place for you to receive tools and resources in order to grow in your walk with God and your walk of faith, and also a place for you to receive prayer. So prayer is always the foundation of our group.
Mm.
But I tell you, we are expanding, and it is God that is it is doing it for us.
That is amazing. That is
Yeah,
amazing. Listen, I want to move on, but I know there's more. See, that's why I can't move. Because I mean, you're because you are an author. Am I correct?
I am.
And
I
isn't that
am.
is that not a form of content?
Yes,
Ah,
100%.
a,
Yeah,
a
it is.
5,000%. Yes.
Yeah. And so, last year, September, we had the opportunity to purchase a subscription box. And so we did that.
Mm.
To add on to the list of things.
We did that last year. And I tell you, let me just share this. It is, we're going to talk about the faith line this tonight in a few
Mhm.
minutes, I guess. But it is when you have purpose in your heart, and you are in pursuit
Mm.
of fulfilling the purpose. There are doors that God will open in your life.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
that was one door that God did. And it allows me to get, I write journals every month. And so it allows me it's a journal slash devotional. And
Mm.
it allows me to put that in the hands of people that I'll probably never
And-
see personally face to
Yeah.
face. So that is just another avenue for us to help others, and also expand.
And
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. Go
and
ahead.
some of the sorry about that. Some of the testimonials and feedback that we've gotten since those boxes have been going out have been absolutely amazing. I
Amazing.
don't even think that was something that we were even expecting. It was just kind of one of those things, doing it out of obedience,
Mm.
with no expectancy other than it helping people, and to get that feedback just kind of really filled us up so much.
Yeah.
And it worked in line with our business model and the things that we have access to, because as you know, with subscription box, you always get a lot of the little doodads and different things, little
Yeah. Yeah.
trinkets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
at
that's
this point, as an author, I mean, she's busting out these journals like a robot, and we're flipping these things, between the design aspect and the graphic design from my side, and her
right.
flipping the content. It's a perfect marriage. So
Oh my
because it
gosh,
got
that's so
easy
good.
for us, we're just doing it. So
Yeah.
if it's easy, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. And so
Listen.
again, none of this would happen without social media.
Right.
It does not,
That's the key.
it doesn't fall from the sky. You have to make the right connections and be intentional. And I think that every day is a day for intentional living. And so
I like that.
when we live life intentionally and
Mm.
on purpose, doors like this, and doors in your life will open. And so you just have to be willing to take the step of faith and walk through it.
Stay open.
Oof. Oof. Listen, there's a lot there, because here's the thing that you guys are alluding to that I hope people are picking up, is that these businesses are not there for free. These services are not free. Am I correct? The group.
Correct.
I mean, is the group membership, is it free?
Now the group membership is free. That's not a
Okay.
that is,
Okay.
but the tools and resources, yes, people do have to make the investment for.
Look at that. Look at that. And this is, we're inching closer towards our topic, y'all. I hope that you're
Yeah.
seeing it. We're talking about the faith line in terms of consecration and business and all of the different things. I'm loving what I'm hearing here. And here's something that's absolutely critical. I'm going to take the question off the screen, but I'm not done with it yet, because they haven't actually mentioned the actual
business.
press and sew business and how that got started. And
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying is they're out of the outgrowth of the different things that they're doing. It's like, okay, well, the natural next step is let's do this.
Yeah.
The natural next step, let's offer this service. And I just feel like there's so much that we can learn from going where we see the water is moving, right? They have
Right.
that phrase that says water finds a way. It's not going to, listen, water will bore a hole through a rock if that's the way, but it will
Yeah.
also divert and kind of find its own path. And as long as water is flowing, you know that there's a way.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in life, we try to make a way
Right.
when God is saying to us that there already is
It
a
is
way.
a way.
And if you
Yeah.
just follow that path, and we may feel like, oh, that path is longer, but that path, the experiences on that path. Let me pause here.
That's so
'cause if
good. That is very good. And let me add to that, Pastor Kurt. Let me add to this. There is the way, and the only way that you will know the way is to sit at his feet.
Come on, talk about it.
And there, most times, people just, they don't want to sit and listen and receive fresh vision, guidance, clarity.
Mm.
They don't want to receive that
No.
because we're so busy in life. And so it's very important to take that rest time
Yeah.
to be able to hear and to receive direction for your life.
I mean, let's just be honest. You can't listen on the move, right?
Yeah.
I can't give you instruction if you're darting out the door.
Ooh.
So I think in one of in one of Sylvia's in one of her lives in her community, she had this conversation about just even how they train a dog. One of the first commands in the most important command is for him to stay, right? For he
Yeah,
or she
yeah.
dog to stay.
Stay.
And before any other command can be given, they have to accomplish staying and staying in place. And once they stay in
Woo!
place, then they're given instruction on what to do next.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm trying my best here. I thought we were going to do well tonight. I don't see it happening at all. What?
yeah. So
Ooh, that one right there.
It's
That's so
those
good.
simple things that really show the truth and how simple it really is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I love how God, he's funny with just how he just gives us all these examples and blueprints. It's all around us, so we act like we don't know what's happening. It's
Gotta
simple.
stay
Yeah.
in place.
simple. Just
That's
sit
right,
still.
David.
Yeah.
You got to stay in place.
Yeah.
And again, the nature and the rhythm of the world is to stay busy.
Yeah.
Is to
We
is to
just-
keep
we're just
saying
talking about
yes.
this. We're just talking about this
Yeah.
in the pre-show. We're just talking about this.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Busy doing nothing.
Busy doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And so you'll see if you just stay in place and get into the rhythm of sitting just for a little so you can receive direction, you'll see that you won't. And we've learned, and the reason why we can talk about this is because we've learned it. We've had to learn this. I mean, each year, God will allow us to see, okay, these are the things that we need to clean up, straighten up. These are the things that we need to get better in. And then, like, we can only, even as a couple, as business owner, even in our personal life, we have to take that moment to just say, okay, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to receive correction.
Yes.
Right. And be obedient to the
And
correction.
be obedient.
Right. And so, because, we all have purpose to carry out in our lives.
Mercy.
And I tell you, any moment that I get I want to share, look, don't waste your life. Because you are neglecting to sit and receive direction.
Oh my gosh. We're not gonna make it tonight. I'm just letting y'all know we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it tonight. We're not gonna make it. Let me throw this question up here. I'm hurrying now because now my mind is I wanted to get to home base, and I don't want to. I want to make sure we take people through the entire process, because it's more powerful when you go through the whole process. Somebody didn't get that. You'll get it a little later. But I want to take you through the whole process because it's more powerful when you've gone through the whole process. So here's a question for our audience tonight. Here is our question. Audience question is on the screen. You can probably read it faster than I can read it, but it's there for you to read. What skills make you a content creator? Okay. And are content creators business owners? Are our content creators, talk to me in the chat, y'all. Are content creators business owners? 22 of you on the live tonight. And I want you to answer these two questions. Put it in one comment. What skills make you a content creator? Now, I want to throw out some examples out there. Okay. We said author earlier, right? We said author. Does that skill, does that title make you a content creator? What about a cook or a chef? Does that make you a content creator? Does being a chef, does being a cook, does being a culinary artist, does that make you a content creator? What about an artist, a painter? What about a barber? Are you seeing what I'm saying? What about a hairstylist? What about a nail technician? All right. Yeah. What are the skills that make you a content creator? And I think if you think about that thing long enough, what you will come to the conclusion of is that we're all creating content. Like, real talk. We're all creating content. And so now the question becomes, come on, Kurt, I see you out there, Chris Stone. Now the question becomes, are content creators business owners? Are you? Because I was creating content for years, working for other people. See, some of y'all went silent on me, man. Dealcaster says curiosity and good judgment are essential skills for content creators. Seesaw Studio says graphic designer and photographer. They are people in the business of making content. Gary Jones says ability to provide or share a message to meet a need in a distinct manner. David Hunt says the ability to think. He's just like, if you think, you create. Right? Wow, that's he just kept it real simple. So CFB Image is answering my second question, and they're just saying yes. Are content creators business owners? Content creators are critical thinkers. Come on, Winton. I like where you're going with that. So Andrea and Sylvia, I'm going to throw the question to you, and then we're going to move on because I want to get to our last point, our two last points here. But what are your thoughts on this? What are some of the skills that make up a content creator?
Yeah, so I would say that and you can put any level or any title to it. I think that anyone can be a content creator, as long as you're sharing what you're doing, right? So it can be anything. And if you're inviting people into your world, like you said, if you're a cook, you're a barber, And if
Come on.
someone can gain some type of knowledge from that, you're a content creator. So I mean,
Come on.
we all walk amongst content creators. It's simple. It's easy. We just have to make people available to it. I
Yeah.
mean, we're watching. We watch a lot of stuff online. I think we're all guilty of that, right? They're
Yeah. Very
content
guilty.
creators. So we just got to do it. We just got to put it out there.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
I
finish.
like that. Come on. Touch the
Yeah,
second part of
I
that.
do believe. Oh, go ahead, Kurt.
No. I was going to say, make sure you hit that second part as well. Content creators,
Oh
business
yeah.
owners. Yeah.
Let me definitely speak to the business owner
Right.
portion.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that content creators are business owners, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Come on.
So I do believe that everyone has been given something in order to gain wealth, and so
Here it is. This
you
is
know
it.
when and so when it's given, we express that in different forms. So
Yeah.
whether it is a hairstylist, whether it is a barber, whether it is a YouTuber, whether it's someone that does cooking on YouTube or TikTok, that is a skill, that is a talent, it is a gift, because everyone cannot do that thing, and so that gift is used in order to benefit someone else. You are the problem solver. This is my opinion, y'all. You are the problem solver to people who have a problem,
Right.
who need an answer. And so this gift has been given to you, and I do believe that those that are content creators, we have to see ourselves differently.
Yeah.
And so when you see
It's a
yourself
major
as
issue.
someone
Yeah.
as someone that can solve a problem. We go to the Apple store and we get the products from Apple because they're solving our problems. But Apple does not give that to you for free.
For free. Come on.
Right. And so
Not for free.
look, they create content.
Right. And their price is their price.
Yeah. And so we don't go back and forth
Right.
with them, because why? We need them to help solve our problem.
Listen,
and so
I want to tack on something right here. I hate to interrupt, but this thing is so good. The Apple analogy is so good, is because people don't even look at the cost of an Apple, a MacBook or whatever computer as a cost anymore. You look at it in perspective of what can I do with it.
It's a necessity.
Oof.
Right.
It's a necessity. And so people will pay for what is necessary in their lives.
Yeah.
And so that does not mean, as a content creator, everyone will need your content. But there are people that need your content, and they will pay for it. And so when you look at yourself differently, then you can say, you know what? This costs me something, right? It is the trial and the error that you had to go through.
That's it.
In order to do that. The knowledge, the investment that you have to make, it costs something. So yes, in reality, you are a business owner. You just have to see yourself differently and charge for it and get that money.
Listen, and charging for it, I want to speak to Seesaw Studios, because charging for it may not always look like it directly charging the people you're providing the service or product to. Charging for it can look like sitting down at the negotiation table and saying to the employer, no, I can't work for that salary. I need to work at this price, because I'm bringing all of my gifts and talents to bear on your behalf. And so now in that instance, your customer is actually the employer that has employed you, but you're still a business.
You're still
because
a
that
business.
skill and talent that you have, you are making it available, whether you make it available as a subcontractor,
correct,
or you make it available direct to the audience, or to the people who need that solution. But however you make that thing available, you are still in a business. And so I couldn't agree more. Andrew, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to speak to the people that that have that idea, or again, they're on the bubble of being a content creator, what have you, but they feel like the field is muddied up with a lot of other people that are doing the same thing.
That's good.
There's always more than one way to to get to a particular, to solve a specific problem. And I would just say this, just be unique to whatever your solution is, right? And don't shy away from that. I think that,
Right.
in our business, being a screen printer, I mean, there's tons of them, right? But they
Tons.
have their way of doing it. We have our way of doing it, and
right.
that's what's just going to differentiate you and allow you to be unique. So don't allow how saturated the market of content creators are. Everyone's unique. You've been made and created unique. So how you present it is the way that you present it, and
Man, that's good, Doc.
Yeah, that's good.
collect on that.
Yeah,
That's real good. Now,
that's
listen,
so good.
I want to get to our next question. This is our second to last. And Mercy, is that the time? What? Okay. This is our second to last question right here. Here we go. How does your collective faith play a role in your content and your business? Talk to us.
Wow.
Everything.
Well, I mean, our business is built on faith. We understand those that read the word of God. It's without faith, it is impossible to please God. And so, Andrew and I, we had to agree that we wanted to please God. And so in order to do that, we have to live our lives by faith. And so anyone that is in the content creation business, anyone that is a business owner, that it is you. Number one, you have to step out on faith. It is the unknown, right? It's the things that you don't see, right? That you have to step out and say yes to. It would allow you to walk on water, to do things that you've never done before.
Ooh. Yeah.
But you have to have faith in order to do that. So it plays a hefty role and for you as a content creator and for you as a business owner, because you don't know the connection that you're going to make. Let me just add this: the way that we became connected to content creators nationwide, right? The way that we were able to connect with them was a faith move, and that was to get a software that was Ecamm. And then another faith move was to give away free t-shirts during Vlogmas. And so that's how we were able to get connected. And so because of that faith, because of the faith move,
Mercy.
that is what started, a door opening in our business.
So what goes what goes right along with faith? I don't know if you've heard the continued mention that she's been saying, faith takes action.
Action.
Right?
Faith moves.
Faith takes action. It's not a I hope. It's not I wonder. It's not a I wish.
I'm gonna.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Faith.
I'm getting ready to.
Right.
Faith says do it.
Faith takes action.
Yeah.
Because with faith, that's also lined up with the obedience, and with the obedience, that's also lined up with instruction, right?
Yeah.
So we're sitting still. We know that. Stay, listen, right? Faith is wrapped
obey.
up all of that. And then now you give an instruction, and then you make it happen, right? So you can't just sit there and have faith and not do anything about it. It's all aligned with action.
I just have to jump in here as well, man. This is so good. I hope that you guys are receiving this thing as well out there, family. And tag a friend, share this thing. This is what I want to say, because I do a lot of coaching. I'm constantly helping people to figure out what it is that they want to talk about in their content. What should their live show be about? How can I market and then a lot of it. So first of all, I coach content creators on how to find what it is they want to talk about. But second of all, and probably even more so than the first one, I work with businesses, brands, authors, coaches, consultants on how they can get their thing to more people. And I'm
Yeah.
constantly telling them that live video or content creation is the way. Now, I not all the time are the people that I work with are people of faith. But I always ask them the same two questions that we just started with. This is why I said we have to take the journey in order for this thing to really land. Same two questions that we just started with, same two questions I asked these people. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get started? And those two questions allow us to have these conversations. And invariably, they say it in different ways. They don't say it the way you said it and I say it. Well, we just decided to take a step of faith. That's not what they say. What they say is, I felt impressed. I was moved to do
I
this.
felt something.
I felt,
Right.
you see my point, right? I felt something. I can't explain it, but I was just certain that this was the direction. And I'm just blown away to see how that one move exploded into all of these things that all of these things that are happening for my business and my brand now. I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing right now.
Faith.
They are saying, because listen, the title of the video is, what's the faith line? What is the faith line? I'm saying to everyone out there, people of faith, people not of faith, it takes faith, like devoid of Christianity. The term faith still exists.
It does.
So when Sylvia says it's everybody who goes into business, everyone, not just Christians, everyone that goes into business is taking a step of faith. I decided to bet on me. What is that? What is that? I decided to take what I do seriously. You decided to have faith. And what we quibble and quabble over how we want to use the term. Well, no, because I'm not really a believer. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
If you want to say that, that's fine. But you clearly believe something.
Right.
Because you stepped out onto nothing. Why did you leave certainty for this?
Correct.
Every business owner, every single one, I mean, literally, there's no exception.
Right.
No exception. Every single business owner.
Right.
Exactly.
I believe you want to be successful.
Yeah.
and let me I 5,000% agree with you, Andrew, but I'm a flip that as well. Because even the ones that are unsuccessful will take that failure and go to the next thing. And they will tell you that these were the ingredients I needed to be successful. I saw a meme. I'm done. I'm giving back to you. I saw a meme, and they were talking. The lady was saying, 23 years old. This news station in Baltimore fired Oprah, and the gentleman next to the lady says to her, "Man, can you imagine firing Oprah? Man, talk about what a mistake it was for them to have fired Oprah." And the lady turns to him and says, "That wasn't a mistake. That firing created the Oprah we now know today."
Yes.
We would not have the Oprah we know today if she wasn't fired back then.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is, all of it takes a step of belief. All of it takes a step of
good.
That is,
faith.
Kurt,
So good.
that is so good. And that is encouragement for those that are content creators right now. Like if it didn't work with what you were doing, that does not give you a pass to stop.
No.
Right?
No.
It does give you a pass to stay and receive wisdom on what you need to do next. But that does not mean that you stop. You have to keep going, because you can, like, what if Oprah stopped?
What if she stopped?
What if she stopped? And the thing is that, again, like Andrew said, at the end of the day, it's everybody, we're all pretty much doing the same thing because we create content. It's different content, different levels of it, and different degrees of it, but we're still creating it. It is needed. It's so many people in this world that are assigned to you and your obedience in faith.
Mercy.
And so we can't compare ourselves and size ourselves up, to the next person that is creating content. Why? Because that will bring discouragement to our heart.
Right. What's for them is for them.
What's for them The people that's for them, that's for them.
Right.
We
Listen.
realize in our business as screen printers, there are hundreds in Jacksonville. There are millions around the world. But who God has assigned us to is for us. And we realize that. And so we have to.
This is that line, y'all.
It is that line. We have to show up in faith every day.
Yes.
And if we fail along the way and make those mistakes, it's just like with football. It's just like what happened in the Super Bowl a couple of days ago, right?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Days ago. You make that halftime adjustment, and you come back out and you finish it,
and you finish with a hurt ankle or not,
high ankle sprain,
whatever it is.
Listen, your boy. That's a whole word in of itself. We're supposed to give something away. We got a few minutes to do that. Okay. We got a few minutes to do that. But this is what I want to say to somebody out there who's saying, man, what am I hearing right now? Here's what I want to say to you, man. Impressed upon every human being is a fingerprint, is the DNA of a creator God who is a creator. Like before he said, I am omnipotent, I am all this other stuff, God tells us right there in the very beginning, I am a creator.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying to folks is the call to create, whether it's content, whatever it might be, is something that you will find. It will call your name regardless of whether you're a person of faith or not. Yeah. This is just the truth. This is just the truth. What I mean, from a child playing with blocks or old shoe boxes.
Wow.
Right? It doesn't matter what phase of life, whether like my children playing on Roblox or playing on Scratch, creating games, and that call to create will arrest you at some point in time.
That's good.
And your decision to be, your decision of whether or not to be obedient is the prerequisite factor for success. Okay. I just want to share it with you guys. When people ask the question, what is that line? Regardless if you're a believer or not, business content requires a component of faith. I have no idea who's going to see this particular video. I have no idea who's going to see this video. I don't put it out there as a Hail Mary. I don't put it out there as a last-ditch effort. I don't put it out there as if no one will watch it. I'm expecting thousands. But that expectation comes from faith.
Yeah.
Kurt, can I add one thing before
Please
we
do.
leave?
Please do.
Just one thing. I'm telling you, it is bubbling in me. So you said something that is so profound, that God is a creator.
Yeah.
And God created, let me share this to the audience. God created by what he said. As content creators, what we say is so powerful.
That's good.
It's so powerful. And so, number one, you cannot downplay the gift of what's going to come out of your mouth.
That's correct.
That's number one.
That's number one.
And number two, what you are declaring as a content creator. It matters in your success as a creator and a business owner.
Come on.
And so what you declare, what you affirm, what you decree, all of that, because he created by what he said. That same power lives on the inside of us. And so what I say, I create. Come
on. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. I'm looking at my time like all right, audience. Y'all gonna have to give us like 15 more minutes. They're going to give us like 15 more minutes. Listen, Steve Worthy just showed up. That's another 5 minutes right there for us.
Steve Worthy, I'm telling you, what you say that is what you will create.
Yeah.
And so you have to believe what you say.
Come on.
What you declare, you believe. And
No,
what you believe, you will receive.
listen. I'll say it like this.
Facts.
And I say this pretty much every Friday night. Rain is only annoying to those who have no seed in the ground.
Come
Okay.
come all the way through today and tomorrow and for the rest of the day.
You made me hit the high note on that one. Wow. That was good.
No. That's you will find yourself dancing in the rain. Why? Because you got seed in the ground.
Yeah.
That's facts. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody else is annoyed. Everybody else is, it's just not a good day.
Yeah.
It's overcast. It's cloudy. It's what you believe.
Yeah. It really is. And that's the faith line for content. That's the line for content creators.
Come on.
And people gravitate when you step out on faith. People will naturally, organically.
Yes, they will.
It's not something that you don't have to beg.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you just be yourself.
Come on.
And do what you've been called to do. And the people that are assigned to you. I told Andrew, I was like, you know what? A lot of times we pick up assignments because we're desperate. And so when we sit long enough to hear the great direction that's given to us all, then we won't pick up an unnecessary
that's it.
Assignments in our lives. And that's it. That's all.
You said a whole mouthful. I'm just hoping that people receive that thing. Receive that thing. Don't let it fly over your head. Don't say because they're speaking in terms that sound religious, that sound like church, and it's really not me. I'm saying to you, it doesn't matter the business owner. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all stepped out on faith.
Yeah. The principles are all the same.
The principle is the same. Is the same. They stepped out on faith. And because they stepped out on faith, they received their reward. The people and the lives that they were to impact. Just imagine the people if they had not done what they did. Just imagine.
It changes everything.
It does.
Right. So that's how on the line, and that's how important it is for all of us to maximize the purpose, our purpose that we're given, right? And really meeting that's because you may have that solution, that thing that may just change the game for everybody. So
Fam.
And you let's bring back up Oprah. Oprah is not for everyone.
Nope.
She's not.
But she has a massive, y'all hear me?
Yeah, unapologetically
massive community that not only supports her, they are with her every step of the way. And
listen, regardless of what iteration she takes on, like talk show, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Listen, that is good, man. I just hope, again, like I said, fam, we want to make sure we deliver on the value proposition in the title of the video.
Yeah.
And so some of you came and some of you clicked on the joint. You were like, I don't even know what this is about. What's the faith line in business and content? What's this about? Some of you came because you were like, what is the faith line? Like, for real, you wanted to know. And I just want you to put those pieces of the puzzle together to understand that everybody has to step out on faith. It doesn't matter the business owner. And this is the last piece. I promise you, I'm done. The thing that you are called to do is a business. I don't want to gloss over that piece of it. That God not only is calling you to do that thing, but he's calling you to get paid to do it.
100%.
Like that realization, when it hit me, just in one of Eric Thomas's classes, he's just like, when I realized that the voice God gave me, the timbre, the texture of it, the volume that I can speak with, and the way that I'm able to deliver a particular message and concept
Right.
and allow people to receive it. When I realized that God gave that to me and he did not
Right.
expect me to be broke,
Wow.
it
Yeah.
changed my perspective.
Of course.
That
Yeah, but
that
I
right.
mean,
Go ahead.
you had to change your perspective and the way you saw all of that.
Yeah.
And so does every content creator. What you do costs you.
You. Oof.
Get that money.
Just
You
because
mean?
you love it and it's
Yeah,
fun, it costs you.
it still costs you.
Oh
And
my.
I think that people just feel like, oh, well, I don't want to charge. I'm just doing this for fun.
Man, this
I
is
don't
my
think that you're being
ministry.
obedient. This is not a fun, you know what I mean?
And that, and
At
No.
the end of the day, it's not just
and let's
this is not just
look, and let's be,
hopscotch,
and let's be honest, that could work against you, because how do you expect others to value you if you devalue yourself?
That's it.
Right? If you don't place value on your solution and what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table,
Bam.
how can others value you, right?
That's it.
So that's when people now start to begin to leech off of
Come on.
everything that costs you. That's when the ultimate quote unquote burnout happens. Oh, I can't do this anymore. Why?
This is
Because it's not enriching, right?
Andrew, this is right here. This is so we talked about the faith line, and
Yep.
then and what I want people to see, that there are multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in order to start the business, you have to step out on faith. In order to
Yeah.
create the channel, you have to step out on faith. Hold on. In order for you to post the video, not one video. Every Sunday I post a video. I have to take a step of faith every video I post.
Right.
But then the next faith line comes when you say, what am I going to charge?
Right.
You see, some of you don't believe it's worth it. That's why you won't charge.
Right.
And so God is saying to you, no. Because if you take what I've given you,
Yeah.
and you charge for it, I can now build around you. And I can add people to your company who I can bless because you were obedient.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even bring anybody alongside your company for you to work with because you don't believe you're
In
worth
yourself.
what I've placed in you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, and we don't see, that is so good, because we don't see, if you looked in your hands right now, because it is the creation of our hands that causes it all to come together.
Mercy.
You know what I mean? Whether it is, I have to create by typing the post out, that's my hands.
That's my hand.
I have to, am I making something? I'm creating. That's in my hands. And so we take what's in our hands for granted. We get so, we get familiar.
Yeah.
We get familiar. What is the word that I always say? Let's just use familiar. With our hands, that we don't honor what's in our hands.
In our hands.
Right? And so what
It
you
becomes
have,
common. It becomes common.
What common? Thank you, Kurt.
Common.
We get common with it. And so now it's just, I just cook food. Oh, I just, talk about sports. Oh, I just, help people in retail. Oh, I just consult. It is not, I've had to take that out of our vocabulary and our language when we talk about our business. Oh, we're just screen printers. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
There are screen printers, and then there is press and sew. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can get whatever you want printed, but it'll never be printed like we will.
No. That's it.
Right.
That's on Mary.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Nothing. Because I value and I believe in what we do. Right? I value my worth, and I value what is placed in our hands. And
That's it right
so
there.
it is a perspective that needs to change. It's a mind renewal for every content creator. You are just not a content creator. You are just not a YouTuber. You are a change maker. You bring change to lives, right? So you're not just that. You are a life changer.
That's it.
And those are the types of things that you have to declare over yourself every day.
Right.
Come on, talk about it. Because
We can go into a whole nother conversation about. I mean, look, everyone's using the word manifestation.
Yeah.
That's not a churchy word. Everybody's using it,
Yeah.
but it's truth. It's all wrapped up into faith. It's all wrapped up into obedience. It's all wrapped up into
if you believe
right. It's all wrapped up into believing your abilities and what you can do. So how do you manifest that thing? Faith.
But see, I won't. I'm the only reason why I'm not. Listen, manifest. It has gotten a bad rap over the years.
It has.
Not to say, it means something, and it means something, and it's real. But I always say to folks, because I deal with a lot of young people, right, in the college space, and folks want to just manifest stuff that
everything
that don't exist, and I'm saying to them, sir, go and do some work.
Right.
So I'm always, I always try to make sure we give the people that balance. Here's the truth.
Yeah.
You have spent time and effort and energy to hone a specific skill, whether you were intentionally doing it or life's circumstances have caused you to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have developed. This is what your boy, Liam Neeson said in the movie. Now I've developed a particular set of skills.
Right.
They're only useful in one way, and now it's time for you to use those skills on behalf of others.
Yes.
And it's okay to get paid.
It's okay.
On the flip side of it, because a lot of times we want to talk to the people who we want to make sure the people who are not believers hear what we have to say when we use a term like faith. But I always want to. But I want to say this as well, so that the believers can also hear. It's okay to get paid.
Okay, take that pressure off your shoulder.
Right.
Listen, it's
get
okay.
free tonight. Get free, people.
It's
okay.
Get free.
It's okay.
Get paid.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm telling you, the most dysfunctional relationship believers have, unfortunately, is with money. Yeah. And I don't even want to call it money. I'm just going to say increase.
There you go.
Prosperity. Let's call it.
Prosperity. And one of the things that the faith line. This is why this topic was just when you guys wrote it, because I'm giving. Listen, credit is all given to Andrew and Sylvia. They are the ones that came up with this idea, this topic, the faith line in business and content creation. But I just again want to make sure the folks walk away with that very clear delineation. It's not just for the believer. It's not just for the non-believer. There is a component of belief and faith that is inherent in aspects of our lives. That has, even for the atheist. Listen, do you believe you're going to wake up tomorrow morning? Guess what? Faith.
Yeah.
Sorry,
because you can't be. There are people who believe they're going to wake up tomorrow morning right now that are not going to wake up tomorrow morning.
It's true.
So what I'm simply saying is let's shed all the things that we have around the term faith, and let's just take it for what it is. You believe something, and whatever you want to put behind that belief. For me, it's Jesus. For me, it's it's God. The Holy Trinity. That's what for me. Maybe you put something else behind it, but your belief has faith.
Correct.
It's good.
And in order for you to step out and do what you want, what you feel you are led to do, purposed to do, called to do, however you want to phrase that. Strong urge. Whatever you want to call that.
Butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah. All of the above. Can't explain it, but I just know I need to go this way. It's faith. It's faith. And that's where that line is. That's the role that it plays in business and content creation. Okay. We're supposed to do a giveaway. Is anybody still around? 26 of you guys on the live right now. So clearly folks are still here for the giveaway, right? What are we doing? What are we doing for the giveaway? Andrea and Sylvia, talk to me.
Let's give away a How It All Works hoodie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right. Here it is. This is what I want. I want you to type this in the chat. If you type this in the chat, then I'm going to enter you in for the giveaway. We're going to do a duck race. If you type this in the chat, we will do a giveaway. All right. And so I'm not taking for granted whatever the question is. We're not taking for granted that everybody that's here wants to be in the race. I'm not taking that for granted. So here's what we want to do. I want you to type these 3 letters, PNS. That stands for press and sew. Type that in the chat, PNS. If you type that in the chat, that lets me know that you want to be in the race. That lets me know you want to be in the race. Now, we got anybody typing it in there? The famous duck race.
I'm not going to type it. Let's go.
All right, here we go. We got oh man, they're coming quicker than I thought. So David Harvey. We got Winton.
Steve. I'm just gonna everything I print, I'm just gonna send one to Steve. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just the word there.
Everything. We need to just make that as a note. Just everything.
Listen, Steve is my guy, man. All right, let me see what we got here. Gary Jones. Man, I almost want to type one in myself. I need another one. So Steve Worthy. If I mistype your name, it's all in love, fam. All right, so David Hunt, I'm gonna give you guys just a few more seconds. Let me see here. Now we have people watching on other platforms, but I only see people typing in on YouTube. That's okay, that's okay. But I think so. Let me just look at my list. I got David Harvey, got Winton Woman, I got Kerwin Bornell, Seesaw Studios, I got Gary Jones, I got Steve Worthy, I got David Hunt. I think that's it. Did I get everybody, Andrew and Sylvia?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Like it.
Okay. All right. Should we close it off? Is that it? I'm stalling. Because there's 26 people watching and we have 7 people in the giveaway. I'm just stalling for a little bit just to give them a little more time.
Look, they don't want a hoodie.
I guess I don't know. I guess they don't want a hoodie.
But here's the thing: we're not stopping them from getting a hoodie. With all the discussion that we had tonight, I mean, they're more than welcome if they don't.
They're more than welcome. You are so right about that, sir.
Right? You're more than welcome to go to there it is. It'll be there for you.
Yeah, this is the hoodie right here. Here. I'm clicking on it so you can see that even a little bigger, and it's got the How It All Works logo right in the middle, and I think it's absolutely awesome. So I wear this hoodie all the time. David Hunt says, "Is there yet one?" All right. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Let me type some more.
Did you get Cher Jones? Cher Jones is added. Cher Jones say, "Look, add me to the hoodie list because I want it."
Cher Jones is in there. Did I miss somebody else? I feel like I missed somebody else. Cher Jones. Oh, thought philosophies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Thought Philosophies is in there. All right. I think we're closing it. We're closing it. All right, here we go. We're gonna set this thing to 45 seconds. We have our 45-second race. I've clicked set. I'm gonna go back to my screen, and then we're gonna go down one to kind of zoom in on that thing a little bit.
Wow, this is fire!
Here we go.
Wow. This is amazing.
All right, wait. I gotta fix one thing real quick before I get this race going. Here we go. Do I have this set right? I hope I have it set right. V-Mic for Ecamm, and in Ecamm we have, yes, we're good. So you guys will be able to let me know if you can actually hear the ducks. Just let me know if you can hear the ducks. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good luck, everybody.
Let's go.
Okay, we have Seesaw Studios in the lead. being followed up by the thought philosophies.
Man,
Yes.
Seesaw Studios
Oh,
with the
man.
ball-headed
There you
duck is out front.
See,
32
y'all
seconds
said,
remaining.
y'all, I'm done. Goodbye.
Dang.
Uh-oh.
David
David
Hunt.
is coming up on
David
him.
Hunt with the one-eyed duck, y'all. With the one-eyed duck.
What?
20 seconds left. 20
See what
seconds
the
left.
ball-
David
Hey,
said, let me play myself to the end.
David Harvey is being pretty consistent there.
Come
I
on,
feel like
David
somebody's
Hunt.
getting ready to come and blow him out.
Listen, I see it. I see it happening now. 6 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Cher
Here we go.
Jones.
Cher
Cher-
Jones. Cher Jones.
Oh, Cher Jones.
Fire.
Cher Jones.
Come through.
Congratulations, Cher Jones.
Cher Jones. This is what
Wow.
I'm putting the final results on the screen. It was a photo finish. We could see Cher Jones just cross the line there in lane number 8. Cher Jones, we appreciate you. David Harvey, valiant effort, my friend.
Awesome.
Thought Philosophies, valiant effort, my friend. Let's all congratulate Cher Jones in the chat right now. Cher, this is what I want you to do. One of my moderators is going to put the email address in the chat right now, info@howitallworks.com. Drop an email right there. Do me a favor, send your address, right? Your mailing address, because we want to be able to send you out How It All Works hoodie. Come on.
That's right. Let's go, Cher.
Hey, and share it. Go ahead and take a screenshot while you're at it. Send us the screenshot when you can, if you can. We'll leave it up on the screen until you get that
great.
screenshot. And for the rest of you guys that are out there,
I knew it was gonna happen. I felt it.
And here's the thing: and Cher Jones is the only normal-looking duck that won the race too. How about that? Let's
with the plain vanilla yellow duck.
The only normal.
Oh,
Come
man.
through,
Come on,
normal
Cher.
looking duck.
Normal looking duck. Listen, getting the job done. Getting the job done, man.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. You've got the email
great.
address right there. Kerwin Bornell put it in the chat. Gary Jones put it in the chat. So you've got it there and on multiple sides. Oh my. I lost my duck race for just a second. There we go. But I want to make sure you get a chance to get that and email that. Let us know when you have the screenshot. Share. Let us know, and once you have it, then we'll switch back, because I do want to showcase one or two little things here, man. Listen, fam, if you don't have your How It All Works gear, you want to make sure you go ahead and grab some. I don't know what else to say to you. You might want to go ahead and grab some. PrestonSoul.com and to just look for the How It All Works logo. She said she's got it. So this is I'm going back to. She's got the screenshot. She's got the email address. So I'm going back to the page. I just want you to see some of the stuff that's on here. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. There it is. All the different logos are there. There's a blessing in coming on the live. It's one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites right here. Blessing in coming on the live. We don't do humble on the live. This kind of goes back to our conversation tonight, in terms of, people always talking about, I don't want to brag. No. If your stuff is good, it's good. And you need to charge what you're worth. But anyway, these are some of the t-shirts that we have here, and want to make sure you guys get a chance to hang out and grab one of these. Ask me why I go live. This is a favorite of mine. I can't tell you how many conversations.
One of my favorite is going live changes lives.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
listen,
one of my favorites, right?
This one is another favorite of mine, and there was a Black History Month edition that we did last year that is no longer available. I want y'all to know that there was all kinds of print, and the continent of Africa was in the live joint. It was absolutely phenomenal. That one has gone away. So we might do a limited run. I don't know. We'll see. You got to keep checking back on the page though. Keep checking back on the page, and you might see something come up there. But yeah, this one right here though, I'm telling you, people stop me in Walmart, people stop me at the park. Why do you go live?
Conversation.
And it's a conversation starter. Starter. So I want to pause here and just say a word of thanks to our guests for coming through, and just, man, you guys knocking it out the park tonight, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us so much.
Yeah, this was phenomenal. I had a blast. I'm definitely going to be tapping in with you guys. I got several other projects that I need to tap in with you on, but I love what we're able to share here tonight in terms of that faith line for business owners and content creators. I feel like this was a needed conversation, one that most people never probably didn't even put it on their minds to really touch on, but so fitting for us to do this and to highlight, creators of faith, especially during this month. Just amazing for us to be able to do that and have that experience together tonight, man. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you for having
Thank
us,
you so much.
Kurt. And we
Absolutely.
appreciate the How It All Works family. And we hope that you will walk away knowing that what you have in your hands can change your life,
Yeah.
and it will change your life. Walk
It
in
will.
faith. Be
Oh,
obedient.
that's good. Y'all don't go nowhere. Family, listen, I get to service you. Sometimes I have to pinch myself. Sometimes I have to bring myself back down to planet Earth, because it is just too much fun to serve as your host for these discussions, to bring these very interesting, dynamic, very experienced, well-spoken guests on who can share these perspectives and answer some of these questions and talk about some of their stories, man. I absolutely love doing this, and I hope that you guys were able to get some of the value and the knowledge from this discussion today. Drop an email to us, info@howitallworks.com. If you have any questions, you want to tap in, prestonso.com. All those links will be in the description in terms of being able to purchase some gear, or even just figuring out how you can get your brand and your merch in with Andrew and Sylvia as well. But if there's anything else that you heard from them in this episode, definitely check the description. We'll have some of those details there, some of the groups that they talked about, some of the other things that they're doing. And listen, it's amazing to see what is possible when you decide to bet on you, when you decide to start putting yourself in your own calendar, when you decide to start putting, effort and energy and action behind those ideas that keep on popping up in your head, taking those methodical, intentional steps. You may want to call it whatever you want to call it, but one of the terms is faith. And we believe that faith has a massive role to play in your business and in your content. It's your boy, Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Excited for this space that we've created and this time that we'll be able to share together. And I will see you, family, around these internet streets or in another video. Later.